So today we're going to be making a sidebar component in Figma. The first thing we do is to get our screen, desktop size. Just going to make it a dark gray just so that you can see it. You can always change it. Remember to name your layers. So I'm going to call this one desktop for sidebar. So I like using hyphens. So I'm just going to use a grid system of 16. So just go to grid right here, 16, 5, just to keep me organized and spacing. Then gonna align this. Gonna call this background sidebar to 8. Roundedness, that's looking good. So we're gonna have menu icons. So we got that. So we're gonna draw this now. Go here, make it white, call it button menu. Okay. So I'm gonna make this a little bit red. Just your close button. It could be smaller. Let's make it 8. Awesome. The next one, going to inspect. Let's see. Oh, so that's now 36, 31. Let's try 40. So 40 there, 40 there. That's good. And gonna draw a ruler right here. And another one. So that should be 40. So that's 476, 516. That's 40. Come back here. That's 964. So we're looking for 924. So 924. Right. So that is our container right there. Now the next thing is the image of a person. Just gonna draw it out. Those colors. Just gonna make it white so you can see it. Gonna make this 16 times 4. Whoa, that's too big. 16 times 3. That's fine. It's gonna be the avatar. So let's make it. That's too close. 32. Alright, 32 looks good. Away from that. Gonna come here, say avatar. And then the person's name. Peter Jacobs. Okay. So the font I'm using is just Helvetica. Let's come on here. Maybe make this 18 should be fine. Align this. How far is it? How far is this to this? Is that 40? Okay, just one. Let's make it 24. There we go. Looks perfect. Then your next element is going to be a divider. There. Awesome. Call this divider. And I'm going to make it a bit light. Oops. Let's make it 8. So that's going to be super light. Changing this background is going to make it white so you can see everything. Okay, you can. So dividers, you're not supposed to see them. It's supposed to be quite subtle. Now, what is the distance between this and this? 31. That's 32. So just move this 1 pixel. So that's 32. 32. Looking good. The next thing is gonna be that, I say, caption menu or that menu section divider text. So just gonna have this. We call this menu. It's currently 18. You can make this pretty small. You can make it 12. Increase the spacing. Make it regular. And remember, from here to here is going to be 32. Awesome. Change the color. 50 should be good. Okay. Now we're going to have our first menu item, regular. Make this 16. So we have 3 font sizes. This is like the heading text. This is that caption, and this is like your paragraph text. So just going to drag it here a bit. What should the distance be? If here to here is 32, here to here could be 24. And that feels natural. Now what we want to do is create the space, the wrapper that it's going to live in, because we're going to have an active sidebar item and an inactive sidebar item. So it's actually going to have something like this. Maybe take up the whole width. Awesome. Just go back. Now this is what's supposed to be 24 from this. So go down 24. Here. Alright. That looks really good. So you can call this wrapper active. Okay, so looking good. And it's just going to be a very faint color. What 90 look like? Unify 95. That works. So the next one, I'm going to group this and call this sidebar item. Next thing we're going to do is just get our icons. I use this plugin called Iconify. So just go to your plugins, Iconify. It's really good. And for this, I'm just going to go to collections. There's this one called Unicons or UN icons. It's a cool name. Search for dashboard. Just gonna drag it there. What else do you want to have on this dashboard? You can have a calendar. So let me just get it now. Calendar. You can have a mail icon. Oof, the mail icon. Let's just call it voicemail for some reason. I don't really like the mail icons for this. You can have settings. Looks fantastic. Alright, so I'm gonna drag this. I don't like the way it comes in, but you can just leave it for now. Make sure that that's perfect. 24. Is that good? Okay. Start there. There. Now from here to here, let's make it the space between this and this currently 10. 12 could be good. So for this, we're just sticking up multiples of 4. Align this. Perfect. Now, if this is active, what we want to do, oh, I don't want to use hard blacks either way. Can we make this 19? Oops, 10. Yeah, I don't want to use, the space between the avatar and the name looks large. Just going to reduce that a bit. 18 or 16. That looks good. The space between this and this, 12. Now we have sidebar item, wrapper, and this one. Call it icon. So this is when it's active. This is how it's going to look. Make the font medium when it's active. That looks good. Make sure it's aligned in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to group these now, or just put this icon here. And this is your new component when it's active. So we're going to create components. Awesome. Or just to give this more personality, 1 second before I create components. I'm just going to add the accent or brand color somewhere like here. Width full, perfect. So let's say you're just working with a brand color of this. Yeah, I think that's nice. Just stands out a little bit. Let's make this 8 so it's more noticeable. Sweet. Oh no, 4. 4 might be better. Great. Now this is your components. So just call this wrapper active accents, something like that. Grab this here, and this is our active component. Create. Now what we want to do is duplicate this. So from here to here is 24. I'm gonna go down and get 24. Perfect. And now what we want to do is, before doing that, I'm gonna create a variance. So going down here, property, variance. Now the second state will now be inactive. So the first one is active, inactive. Okay. And we don't need to do, I don't like doing variants inside the design, so I'm just going to drag this out. Now, when it's inactive, it's not going to have this. Get rid of that, it's not going to have this. Okay. Make it 24. Okay. Duplicate it. Also 24. Now, here's the fun thing. So when you go to this side, you make this inactive. Awesome. So the next one we have here is calendar. Just keep duplicating it now. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. So we have calendar, we have voicemail, we have, what is this next one? Settings, we have orders. Now here, I'm gonna have 2 things. So give feedback and get help. So 24, get help, leave feedback. Okay. So what this means now is gonna have like this new section somewhere around here, calling this supports. Need another rule here. Supports, perfect. Now supports is gonna be 20. What's this now? 24. The next supports. So this is also going to be 24. The last one, 24. So we have everything 24 from each other. So get this, get this, get this. We just call this navigation, right? And within this, you can reduce it a little bit. 24 is too much. You can make it 18. That looks sweet. Also looking at the space between this, it should be, that's 32, so that means this should be 32. So grabbing these two should be 32. Great, so that works perfect. The issue I have now is with the icons. Let me just turn this on. I wish I could replace this icon, but Figma's not there yet. Or is it? No, it's not. I'm trying to replace this. Yeah, so pasting inside is not currently possible. That sucks. But yeah, if I just turn on all the icons of these, I'm sure Figma will do that in the next update. You should be able to paste inside components, which is sad. Just gonna get rid of all this for now. It's quite sad. But yeah. So for me, I would have to like detach all these components. But the beautiful thing I wanted you to see was that I could make this one active and make this inactive. And you see how it just does that, which is so cool. So I'm just gonna grab a random picture. Grab this. So I'm gonna send this all the way forward. Right, so I'm gonna grab these two and use as mask. So what that means, call it, yeah, image is fine, or let me just say lady in red. So this helps with the alt text. If I handed this over to a developer, at least they know what alt text to use. Super important. The avatar, and this would be mask avatar. Okay, grabbing this here, making it smaller. Some people like to just paste it directly, but if you want to get the full control, you would use a mask. Okay, let's shift this here. For the background, so let's just say avatar stroke. Oops. Now, if you look at this size, that's 48, so this one has to be 48. Get the stroke now. Okay, so let's see if that works. Kind of. Increase the stroke. Outside. 5 pixels outside. Okay, yeah, we're getting somewhere. Okay. So grabbing the avatar and the avatar stroke, move this so it starts here. Looks perfect. You might want to even give this an inner shadow just because of the nature of the picture. Yeah, you can just play around with that inner shadow. But that looks good. Okay. So we have our sidebar. It would have been so beautiful. Oh, just going back to components. So this color is still a little bit too dark for me. This is 10, let's make it 20. Or 50. So for the things that are not the inactive, let's make it 40. So this, 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 this. There's a plugin that helps you grab everything in the same color. It's called Simulator. Awesome plugin. So these two should be 40. And 40 as well. So it's only when it's navigated. And then the font for the inactive ones, Let's go back here. So when it's inactive, the font will be regular. And that changes the others. So it's clear, it's very clear the one that's active. So if you remove so changing this background a little bit. Turning off the grid. Getting rid of these lines, they've helped out. Remove UI. That is our sidebar component. Very gorgeous, if you ask me. So yeah, Figma needs to work on, exporting things so you can have like inside the components, you can have different icons, but I think this looks really clean and cool. So if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, do all the things, and I'll see you in the next one.